bring ourselves into a meditative state. Well, what does that mean? It means that we drop into our body and we're zooming in our awareness. It's not floating. We zoom in on and expand our view of what's happening with this thing we call a self. So we're just entering with curiosity, you know, noticing how much we think we know and how much that limits us. So access to awakening is not knowing. Can we cultivate truly not knowing, bringing a sense of wonder and curiosity to this moment right now, to how I'm being breathed. How are we being breathed? Who's doing the breathing? If we try to stop breathing, eventually we'll gasp for air. So what does it mean for me to be aware? Well, first of all, the for me has to go. Not has to go, but to go beyond the idea of a self. When we meditate, we presence ourselves, we expand our focus of our particular being sphere, and then we witness, we notice what's going on, move into a question of I'm noticing what's going on with me, but who's noticing? So immediately I'm witnessing because I'm noticing, but I'm not what I'm noticing. I'm a space in which things are just arising. So I get curious, am I too? Am I a separate identity? So awakening is really exploring this question, the repetitive question that mystics and saints have asked since the beginning of time. Who am I? Who are you? How am I related to the world? So awakening is deepening, and it's at the same time noticing how much we want to objectify and control our lives and our circumstances. Just noticing that. So we have a belief that we can actually be in control. And we have evidence that seems to support that. We pick up the pen, we write on the paper. It appears that we have this will. There is a will, but who has it? What's really essential in the life that I've been given? To awaken to and in that question is to expand my sense of being connected to the whole, to be grateful. Gratitude brings us into presencing, into focus. So we could say that awakening is focusing on that which we haven't seen with a sense of wonder and curiosity. It's to be close to the mystery, to get ourselves closer to whatever it is that's beating our heart. So much of awakening is stepping into the uncertain and the unknown, the willingness to not know opens us to what's occurring in the moment. So clearly, it's not a destination. It's how fully can we experience this moment and this moment. Because that's really all there is. So awakening would be a process of bringing ourselves back, presencing ourselves back into this moment. And to recognize that the remembered past and the imagined future actually are all happening in the same moment. The mystics would say to be awake is to live in infinity. What does that mean? As if this were the only moment. And perhaps as we go through our day, we stop and take a breath and just let ourselves, this is it. There's no place to get to. So awakening is to notice how we rush through life, wanting to get to some place other than where we are, to experience the happiness and joy and ecstasy that can only be found in the moment. And that's the journey of awakening, to go from the someday to this moment. You could say it's not a place to get to, but a place to come from. So, as we explore this during our day and our interactions with people on video or at work or in our household, we step into the role of mystic by embracing not knowing, entering everything with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Awakening to presence. Presence is always here. Mostly we're not. So awakening is the process of arriving here, expanding our capacity moment to moment to be fully present. I invite you through the day to explore that. And notice the impact on others when you presence yourself. The field that you coexist in shifts, not just for you, but for the people around you. There's a settling. So it's a practice. You can't get it wrong. It's just a practice. Awakening is a practice. So let's breathe into that a couple deep breaths. And when you're ready, allowing ourselves to fully come back to this moment. And so it is.